morning, dear students. Yesterday, in the previous class, we are discussing about the chapter number 6. In the second book, chapter number 1, it's actually accounting for share capital. So, previous class, we learned about the meaning of joint stock company, features of joint stock company, then types of companies, types of shares, what is the meaning of shareholders, like that. Okay. So, next, moving on to the next part. Categories of share capital. From the accounting point of view, the share capital of a company will be divided into 5. They are going to show it in the balance sheet. Company, they are going to show it in the balance sheet like this. Number 1, authorized capital. Number 2, issued capital. Number 3, subscribed capital. Number 4, called up capital. And number 5, paid up capital. What is this authorized capital? What is this issued capital, subscribed capital, called up capital and paid up capital? We will have a glance, and it is important for 2 marks. Any out of that 5, any one they may going to ask for 2 marks. What is this authorized capital? Authorized capital is a capital which is authorized to issue to the public. Which is authorized to issue to the public. So, it will be mentioned in the memorandum of association. It is mentioned in the memorandum of association. First PUC, you studied about this memorandum of association and articles of association. You heard that, okay. There is a different classes are there, capital class, then liability class, subscription class, like that, okay. In that capital class, it is mentioned that, okay. So, authorized capital is authorized to issue to the public. That is a maximum amount of share capital that can be subscribed from the public, and it is mentioned in the memorandum of association. For example, let me take for example, in the memorandum of association, company has taken permission or authorized to issue 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each. 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each. One share price is 100 and company authorized to issue 10,000 shares. That means 10,000 into 100, 10 lakh rupee, 10 lakh rupees, rupees 10 lakh share capital. This is what we called as authorized capital. This is called authorized capital. 10 lakh rupees in my example, 10 lakh rupees is called authorized capital because they have taken a permission from the as per the Companies Act, and it is mentioned in the memorandum of association that 10 lakh rupee is authorized. So, that is what authorized capital, authorized to issue to the public. Issued capital. Issued capital, it is actually issued to the public. How much company is ready to issue to the public? I have taken an example here. Company has registered for 10,000 shares. Okay. Not all 10,000 shares company will going to issue. Out of the 10,000, for example, what company will do? 6,000 shares they are going to issue now. 6,000 shares of rupees 100 each. 6,000 shares of rupees 100 each. So, 6 lakh rupees is what we called as issued capital. Issued capital is a capital which is actually issued. It is a part of authorized capital. It is a part of authorized capital. Actually, company ready to issue to the public. Okay. Out of the 10,000, 6,000 shares company is ready to issue. The remaining 4,000 is called unissued capital. Later, company later they may going to issue after 5 years, after 10 years. I can't say. Yes, but it may later, depending on the company situation, that the remaining 4,000 shares may going to sell. Okay. So, that is what issued capital, the capital which is issued, actually issued to the public. In my example, I have taken 6,000 shares, they are ready to issue 100 each, 6 lakh. Okay. Next, subscribed capital. Subscribed capital in the sense, say first you see, you heard about that how company will going to raise the share capital from the public, especially public company. First, company has to issue the prospectus. After issuing the prospectus, company has to receive the application from the public. So after receiving the money from the public, okay, that's what. There is a procedure. There is a procedure for how company will going to issue shares to the public. Okay, like that. Subscribed capital means how much public is ready to subscribe. Public ready to purchase or ready to subscribe. Ready to purchase. Company is offering for 6,000 share. Company is offering for 6,000 share. That means company will going to issue the prospectus. Company will going to give a advertisement. So and so in company we are starting. If anybody is interested, you can purchase our company shares. Okay. So company has given an advertisement for 6,000 shares. And company has given the advertisement for 6,000 shares. So subscriber will going to put an application. We want shares. We want shares like that. Okay. So that is what? Subscribed capital. Subscribed capital is actually public is ready to purchase. Public is ready to subscribe. Okay. If 6,000 share, all 6,000 shares is ready to purchase means 6,000 shares we can call it as subscribed capital. All 6,000 shares is called as subscribed capital. Sometime only 4,000 shares are ready to purchase. Public is ready to purchase only 4,000 shares. Okay. Out of that 6,000, only 4,000 shares they are ready to purchase. That is called under subscription. Sometime 8,000 shares are ready to purchase. Public is ready to purchase 8,000 share, but company is not offering 8,000 share. Company is offering only 6,000 share. Okay. So this is called over subscription. This is called under subscription. Or if 6,000 shares can be subscribed. Okay. Depending on the public how they are going to purchase. Okay. Let me take an example. 4,000 only. So public is ready to purchase 4,000 shares. 4,000 shares of rupees 100 each. 4,000 shares of rupees 100 each. So 4 lakh rupees is what we called as subscribed capital. 4 lakh rupees is what we called as subscribed capital. So subscribed capital is a part of issued capital which is actually ready to purchase by the public, ready to subscribe by the public. Okay. That means they are ready to purchase 4,000 shares. That means they have put an application for 4,000 shares. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Called up capital. Called up capital. What is that called up capital? Yesterday I mentioned. Okay. I mentioned about a share. Yesterday I mentioned about a share. Share means the share capital of a company will be divided into small unit. Each unit is what we called as a share. Okay. In my example, one unit is called 100 rupees. 100 rupees is one share. 100 rupees is one share. So that 100 rupee one share cannot be collected in one installment. It will be collected in some of the easy installment. For example, I am going to take 4 installment. Okay. What they do? First, company has 100 rupees. They are going to split like this: application. Next, allotment. Next, installment is called first call. Next installment is called final call. First call, final call, like that. Application. Okay, let me take for example 20 rupee application. Next, 30 rupees allotment. First call 20, final call 30. Say 100 rupees will be collecting like this. 100 rupees will be collecting like this company, depending on the financial requirement of the company. Depending on the financial requirement of the company, company will go each installment. Okay. For example, here public is ready to purchase how many shares? I said 4,000 shares. When public is ready to purchase 4,000 shares means they have to deposit 4,000 into 20. All 4,000 into 20 rupees should be deposited into bank. Next, company will go for allotment. Allotment. Okay. When company allot the shares, 4,000 into 30 they have to deposit. The shareholder has to deposit to the bank. Okay. So 20 plus 30. So totally 50 rupees is called by the company. 50 rupees is called by the company. That means 4,000, that means the public have paid 50 rupees for one share. 50 rupees for one share. That means 4,000 into 50 we are going to take. 4,000 into 50. Okay, so that is what? Called up capital. Called up capital means how much money is called by the company. How much money is called by the company, whether application, application has to be first deposit, whether allotment is over, first call is over, second call is over, like that. Okay, the remaining, for example, first call is not yet called, it is called not called up. Final call is also not called up. Okay, for example, if it is first call is called by the company to pay the amount, so 20 rupees, so totally 80, so 4,000 into 80 rupees, 4,000 rupees into 80 rupees, what we are going to get, that amount is what you called as called up capital. So called up capital is a capital which is called by the company to pay money, to deposit money to the bank. Okay, it may be application, allotment, first call or final call. If the money is not called, that is called uncalled up or not called up capital. Okay. Next, okay, let me take only two example I will take now. Called up capital. Okay, I will take including the first call. Okay, 4,000 into 20. 4,000 into 20. So totally 80 rupees is called. Okay. So called up capital, 4,000 shares. 4,000 shares of rupees 80. 4,000 shares into 80, 3,20,000. So this 3,20,000 rupees is what you called up capital. Called up capital, called by the company. 4,000 into 80. Application money is called, allotment money is called, first call money is called. So totally 80 rupees are coming, 3,20,000. Okay. Next, moving on to the next one, paid up capital. What is that paid up capital? Paid up capital means, if for example, as I already told you, 100 rupees application, first application stage, next allotment stage, next first call, next second call. Okay, I have taken an example here, 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 30 rupees here and 20 rupees in the final call. Some of the shareholder, what they do, when they are applying for application, when they are putting an application for purchasing the share, the financial condition was good. Okay, so they pay application money, they pay allotment money also. Okay, let me take an example, me as an example. I will going to apply for 500 shares. So I paid 20 rupee application money. Even 500 shares, next 30 rupees, that is also I paid. Company will going to say that you have paid application 20, you have paid allotment 30, now you have to pay 30 rupees. Now I am unable to pay that money because my financial condition is not good. I am unable to pay. So if I am not able to pay that money, that is called not called up, or what you called as calls in arrears. It is called calls in arrears. So what will happen now? Paid up capital, out of that 4,500 shares, this 30 rupees is not received. That means 3,500 into 80 rupees is paid up. 3,500 into 80 rupees is paid up. The remaining 500 shares, only 20 plus 30, that is 50 rupees is paid up. Okay. So the remaining 30 rupees is not paid. Okay. So paid up capital means the capital which is paid by the shareholder. The capital which is paid by the shareholder is what we called as paid up capital. Okay. So if you do, what is the value? The total is what we called as paid up capital. Okay. I repeat categories of share capital. So depending on the situation, actually the company stages are there, depending on the stages of the development of company. From the accounting point of view, the share capital of a company will be divided into authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, called up capital and paid up capital. Authorized capital is authorized to issue and it will be mentioned in the memorandum of association. Okay. Then issued capital, it is a part of authorized capital which is actually issued to the public. Subscribed capital is a part of issued capital, how much is ready to purchase by the public. Called up capital, the money which is called by the company to pay money. Called up capital is a capital which is called by the company. Paid up capital is a capital which is paid by the shareholder. Okay. So this is about the categories of share capital. Anyone they may going to ask for 2 marks. Okay. Moving on to the next part. So moving on to the next part, they may going to ask for 2 marks. Important question. What do you mean by calls in arrears and what do you mean by calls in advance? What is the meaning of calls in arrears? The money which is called by the company but not paid by the shareholder. Money which is called by the company but not paid by the shareholder. What is that meaning? For example, okay, I have taken me as an example. In one company I applied for 1000 share. When I apply for 1000 share, I have to pay application money. That is 1000 into 20 rupees I have to pay. I have to deposit to the bank. So I deposited. Okay. After when I deposited the money to the bank, so next what company will going to do? Will going to give me one notice or information saying that you have applied for 1000 share. You have applied for 1000 share. Company is happy to announce that we are giving all 1000 shares to you. All 1000 shares to you. That is called allotment. Okay. And now company will going to say that you have paid application money 20 rupees. Now you have to pay allotment money on or before, for example, on or before 25th of February 2021. Some date will be given. You have to pay before this date allotment money. So what I have to do? I have to deposit 1000 shares into 30 rupees to the bank. Allotment as allotment money. When I going to pay allotment money, then company will going to give me a share. So then I'll become a shareholder. One thing you keep it in your mind, when a person is applied, they will not going to become a shareholder. When company allot the shares, then only you will going to become the shareholder. Okay. So in my example, taken me as an example, I applied for 1000 share, 20 rupees I paid. 30 rupees allotment also I paid. After that 30 rupees allotment is paid, again after 1 month or after 2 months, okay, what company will do? You have applied for 1000, we have allotted for 1000 shares and you have paid application money and you have paid allotment money. Now you have to pay first call money on or before 31st of March 21. 31st of March 21. So what I have to do? I have to deposit money as a first call money 30. Now my financial condition is not good. I am not going to deposit money to the bank. When I am not going to deposit the money to the bank, that is what you called as calls in arrears. That is called calls in arrears. So 1000 shares money is not received. 1000 share first call money is not received. That means money called by the company but not paid by the shareholder. Money called by the company but not paid by the shareholder, either on allotment or either on call money, first call, final call, like that. I repeat, calls in arrears is nothing but money called by the company but not paid by the shareholder, either on allotment or call money. Okay, that is what calls in arrears. Calls in advance. Calls in advance means what will happen? Say, for example, I have taken 25th February 21 allotment money you have to pay on or before. Yes, I paid. Some of the shareholder what they do, before calls are made, company has not calling that money should pay, but they are ready to pay before the calls are made. Before calls due are made, shareholder is ready to pay money to the company as a part of call money, first call money and second call money to the company, that is called calls in advance. So calls in advance is nothing but the money which is paid by the shareholder before the calls are made, before the calls due are made, that is called calls in advance. Okay, so this is about calls in arrears and calls in advance. 2 marks important, any one they may going to ask. Okay, moving on to the next part. Yeah, moving on to the next part. Issue of share. How company will going to issue the shares? Okay, when public companies are issuing shares, it is not easy. There is a certain procedures are there as per the Companies Act of 2013. They have to follow compulsorily because they are registered under the Companies Act as per the law. It is created by law. So that's what. How company will going to issue of share, especially public company. Okay. Amount on shares are collected from the public in easy installment. Amount on shares are collected from the public in easy installment depending upon the financial requirement. Depending upon the financial requirement. That's what I said just now. I said 1 unit 100 rupees. That 100 rupees will be collected in, for example, application. For example, application. Next, allotment. Next, first call. Next, final call or second call. It may be 3 installment or it may be 4 installment. Okay. I repeat, amount on shares collected from the public in easy installment depending on the financial requirement. Okay. So they are going to split into first application money, next allotment money, next first call money, next final call money. Okay. For example, if any of the shareholder 100 rupees, 1 share price means if they want to, for example, if one person wants to purchase 1000 share means he has to purchase 1000 into application, for example 20 rupees, he has to deposit 1000 shares into 20 as application money. That is the first installment. Okay. After when 1000 into 20, when they deposit 20,000 to the bank, next company will go for allotment, that is the second installment. So there will be a time gap. There will be a time gap from the application to allotment, maybe 1 month. Or 1.5 months, 2 months, okay, depending on company financial requirement. Okay, then for example they say 30, okay, 1000 into 30 rupees. When company say that we have allotted 1000 shares to you means that shareholder has to deposit 1000 shares into 30 rupees to the bank, 30,000 rupees to the bank. Okay, so similarly first call, company will going to say that yes, 30 rupees will be the call, final call 20. Okay, whenever company send a notice to the public, shareholder saying that you have to pay first call means yes, shareholder has to pay first call. You have to pay final call means we have to pay final call. Okay, so I repeat again, amount on shares are collected from the public in the easy installment depending on the financial requirement. Okay, so installment may be application, first allotment, first call, final call or second call. Otherwise only sometime only 3 installment, application, allotment, first and final call. Depending on company. So depending on company they may going to decide how it will be. Okay, so that is about how company will going to issue shares in the easy installment. Easy installment. Okay, now coming to this, how company will going to issue the shares? Yes, first company has to issue the prospectus. First company has to give an advertisement saying that so and so we are starting a company, our project is like that, if you are interested you can purchase our company share. Company will going to give an advertisement, or orally they may say to their friends or relatives or any of the outsider, okay, giving an advertisement, we are starting a company, if you are interested you can purchase our company shares. So they are going to just giving an advertisement. Okay, so after giving an advertisement, first what they have to do, first they have to issue the prospectus. Prospectus, okay, complete details will be available. Prospectus is nothing but, of course it is an advertisement, the complete details about the company, complete information about the company, complete notice, it is a notice, it is a circular, and it is also an advertisement to the company. Company details, who is the board of director, what is the project, what is the name of the company, everything, details of the company will be available in the prospectus. So when a person is taking a prospectus, in that prospectus, of course, application will be there. If a person is interested, he has to write an application. After writing the application, in the prospectus, it is mentioned which bank the money has to be deposited. So going to that bank, the member, person, public, have to deposit application money. So that is issue of prospectus. First, company has to give a prospectus. After going through the prospectus, subscriber, public is ready to purchase, means okay, they will purchase the share by paying application money, by depositing the application money. That is what? Receipt of application. So first, application money company has to receive. The money has to be deposited to the bank. After receiving the application money from the date of issue of prospectus, this one is important, from the date of issue of prospectus, 120 days, within 120 days, company has to receive minimum subscription from the shareholder, minimum subscription from the members. It's a compulsory minimum amount of share that should be subscribed by the public. Minimum subscription has to be received as per the Companies Act from the date of prospectus within 120 days. Okay. After receiving the application money, next company will go for allotment of shares. Allotment of share means, for example, a person is applied for 1000 shares. Company is going to give an information or going to giving a notice saying that you have applied for 1000 share and you have deposited 20 as a application money. We are very happy to inform you that 1000 shares is allotted to you. So please you pay allotment money to the bank. So that is called allotment of share. Allotment of shares is nothing but distribution of shares to the subscriber. Distribution of shares to the subscriber. The public, yes, sometime, keep it in your mind, 1000 shares is applied, he may going to get only 500 shares, or he may going to get only 100 shares. Doesn't mean that he has applied for 1000 shares, all 1000 shares he will going to get. No. Company is ready to give 1000 shares means he is going to get 1000 shares, otherwise less than that. Okay. So that is called allotment of share, that is called issue of shares. That is called allotment of shares to the public. Next, after allotment is over, next company will go for first call money and second call money depending on the financial requirement. Okay. So this is about company, how they going to issue shares in the installment and what is the procedure for issue of shares, that is prospectus, application, minimum subscription, then allotment, first call and final call. Okay. So in the next class, we will going to have a discussion on what is the journal entry for application, allotment, first call, final call, accounting treatment for issue of shares. Okay. With this, I will going to end up the class. Okay. Have a good day. Thank you.